Ooh, sweeter than cotton candy though. All right, let's do this. Hello.
Hello.
Why, hello there. How you doing?
I am good. I hope you're having a good night.
I'm doing a great night. I'm chilling. I'm vibing. You know, earlier today I interviewed someone who's also freaking amazing. It was a shape-shifting like android cyborg who had really cool like holograms. So they were a whole bunch of different kinds of characters that all meant a lot to her. And now we have the sweetest of the sweets over here. So I'm super excited about it. You know, you guys go to hype me up. I'm always super excited for this kind of. So yeah, look at you. I look like I'm just gonna get diabetes just staring at you. That's what I feel like.
That's the hope anyway.
Well, that's what it seems like. It seems like it's been hope. But you know what? I am going to be very distracted by your tail because it looks so puffy and so delicious. I might have to eat some of it.
I always have people ask me what happens when it gets wet.
I feel like it would just go away, right? It would just like dissolve.
Basically.
It would be like I just imagine that meme. You remember that meme of that like raccoon who like had like a thing of ice and like he had like he grabbed something, he put it on the water and like disappeared. He's like, where did it go? It reminds me of like that would happen to you. You just like sit there and just like, oh God. You know, that's why I imagine
it would probably just completely go away. I tell people I can regrow it like Play-Doh though.
Oh, that's good. Well, at least I imagine you just like do and it just pops up, you know.
I think so.
No,
something
I love it.
like that.
Yep, I can see it. I can just pop up, you know. I think that'd be really good. That'd be really good. Well, hello everyone. This is a fun little VTuber talk show we like to host each and every week where we get to know a brand new VTuber. This week we have the sweetest of the sweet, the fluffiest of the fluff VTuber to join us this evening. How about you introduce yourself to the very few people who might not know who you are?
Okay, my name is Lucas. I call myself a candy bunny, and to get around explaining that, I call myself an alien.
Oh. You know what? I can see that.
All
right.
I have something going on in my background.
Oh.
I pretty much just stream games. Lately, it's pretty much all Marvel Rivals.
Who's your main?
And pretty much supports her tank, like Magneto, Strange,
same.
Cloak. I don't really touch DPS, even though it seems like most people play the game to play DPS and just refuse to play anything else.
You're not wrong. You're definitely not wrong. I try
to just do that.
Oh, that's really cool. I love it. So would you say you like look, even Ninja plays Luna. See, there you go. You missed you, silly. Oh, thank you. I feel like I started off as a support player because I love Loki. I think Loki is so much fun to play as, especially when you like play his things. And when you do your ultimate, depending on who you choose, you could get like a team wipe, you know, depending on who you play as. It's always really fun to play as. And of course, as a trickster myself, you gotta play as the god of tricksters, you know, so it just makes sense.
That makes sense.
But I'm pretty sure you would love all those candy chocolate cake outfits that's been going on. I think Luna Snow had something like that, right? Is that what was it?
Yeah, a few of them did. I have like all of them and all of their recolors.
Am I surprised? Am I surprised? I don't think I'm surprised.
I like those ones a lot. I like the Invis a lot. There's like a red and yellow Invis one.
Ooh, that's a cool one. I like that. Well, next time you play Marvel Rivals, I gotta join you. I'll be the tank to your support, and I'll be your support to your tank when everyone else is playing DPS. Usually the easiest.
Yeah, it'll be fun. I just try to play. Try to play with like a lot of different people on Rivals.
That sounds like fun. I love that little Minecraft array. That's so cool. But anyway, for those who are new to here, this is a fun little talk show where we'll be asking 10 questions to a lovely guest here. We're asking questions on how they got started, some fun facts about them, some upcoming plans and projects, and then of course we're going to discuss the design they went into that model. Sit back, relax, make sure you have all your favorite Skittles, cotton candy, lollipops on your side, because this is going to be a very, very sweet show. See. This is a nice little fun little thing. But we actually have something actually more interesting. We actually have chat that can ask you questions. They can actually all of those questions. And because we don't want to get bombarded by so many questions, we actually have a spin the wheel redeem. This little guy right here, where they can ask questions and a wheel will pop up. Don't worry about the guy in the middle. He's totally fine. He's chilling. He's
He
totally
fine.
fine. Yeah, he's totally fine. Yeah. let's get started with the first question, which is from Nix, who wanted to ask you a question. So we'll see how it goes. Get nixed. Apparently, that's the thing that people do. You get nixed. Apparently. But hey, let's start off with the most controversial take in all of question history. Are you a cat person or a dog?
I like both, but I prefer to like own cats because they're a lot more independent. They aren't like constant. I mean, my cats maybe not, but they just kind of go off and do their own thing, and they're happy with that until they want attention.
Yep, that's the same thing with my cat. My cat is literally going to sit on that little beanbag chair and just chill and sleep until he notices that I say a certain word, and usually he gets up and then he starts picking on me and trying to ask me all these questions. So I know the feeling. You have a couple of cats, don't you?
I have 5 cats.
You have 5 cats? Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. Was it like all like you ordered each and every one of them, or did you have like a litter of cats and you just kept them all?
The first one I got, like I normally adopted, I think probably like 8 or 9 years ago when she was a kitten. One of the other ones, 2 of the other ones were from friends who just couldn't, I guess, care for the cats anymore, so I took them when they were adults. And then the most recent 2 are 2 kittens that I rescued from a neighbor, quote unquote's house that wasn't like they weren't being taken care of. None of their pets were. So I just kind of took 2 of the kittens.
Oh, well, I'm glad you saved them. That was so nice and caring of you. That's very sweet of you. It's very sweet of you. See?
I was planning on grabbing one, and then they told me they couldn't find a home for another one, and I just immediately took it.
That's how it is. That's how it is. Well, can you tell us all the names of the cats?
Yeah, the first one I got is Tano. She's a black cat. And then I have 2 males, Master Yoda and Link. Both of them are fixed. And then I have the 2 sisters that I just got, which are Maya and Lily.
Oh, nice. I like Link. I don't know which cat Link is, but he's my favorite. I like Link.
I think he's my biggest cat. He's big, where he's like got an orange caramel color on the top and then just pure white on bottom.
I like that. Yes, Link and Yoda. I like that. Very good. Oh, that's nice. I like it. That's really cool. I love to see that you're very caring, that you want to bring in cats on that. Hopefully you don't overwhelm yourself, because that's a lot. That's a lot of cats.
It is a lot of cats.
Cool. Well, I hope they all are treated very well. I know you'll do a great job. So thank you. Very loving. Very loving. Nix, you have been noticed. You have the first redeem, so thank you so much. That was your question. So now this is going to be Ninja's question. We're going to have Ninja's question on it. So we'll see what he has to say. And then we'll get into my questions. So it'll be really nice. I'm confused. So I think cotton candy is a flavored cotton candy, but cotton candy is a candy, so it's flavored cotton candy. But there is Dr. Pepper cotton candy.
Yeah, there's a lot of different. So like, it's kind of like the classic cotton candy. Like, you know, if you go buy a bag of just like classic, one of those little snack bags of just classic cotton candy, I think the flavors, it's usually like blue and pink mixed, and the pink is, I think, strawberry, and the blue is usually like blue raspberry, I think, is like the normal. That's like the classic cotton candy, I think.
Huh. That actually sounds really good. I might have to check that out. You know, I haven't had cotton candy forever, so that might be something. Again, my family is, I say again, like I mentioned this before, but this is actually my first time mentioning, but my family has been known for having diabetes running the family, so I had to kind of lay low on the sugar take. But at the end of this show, I might actually have to indulge myself with some sweets.
Yeah, a lot of grocery stores, they sell like literally just like little bags of maybe like 1 or 2 servings of cotton candy that you can buy and eat.
Anything we can buy, so I might check it out. We'll see. Might have to do a grocery run after this. We'll see how it goes. Speaking of food, what's your favorite pizza topping? I see someone already answered it. Onion already answered it, which we don't like his answer. We don't like. We don't do.
I love pineapple. I can't eat it on pizza.
Oh,
I don't think it's like the worst thing in the world. Like, if I absolutely had to eat it, I would. Like, I'd manage. I just don't think it's great. There's like a texture difference there. But I typically just do cheese and black olives, or usually just cheese, because pizza sauce in general, red sauce, kind of messes up my stomach, so I don't eat it a lot. When I do, I just try to like as plain as possible.
I'm not much of black olives person, but I'd rather have black olives than freaking pineapple on my pizza. So I understand. I love all the rage that people are going.
Most people aren't black olive people.
Most people. Apparently onion is, but he also likes pineapple on him. So I don't know if we should question his taste a little. I don't know if we should.
Black olive pineapple pizza?
No. With freaking sardines on it?
Sardines is an abomination.
Oh my god, right? I have a coworker who I come to work and he brings to work a can of sardines that he just eats off the side. I'm like, why? What are you doing?
I couldn't stand the smell. I couldn't stand the smell.
Well, we're outside, so usually like it blows away, so it's not that bad. But if you stand too close to him, yeah, definitely weird. But anyway, good taste on pizza. I like it. I'm not much of an olives person, but you know. I did also see that Ray did a spin, but we're gonna put a hold on the spin so I can have you answer one of my questions first. As chat fight among themselves in the chat about their favorite toppings on pizzas, which I love asking this question. It always does this. I'm going to ask you my first favorite question. And what better way to start off an interview than the very first question that starts off your very first time going into content creation? What made you want to get in content creation in the first place?
Kind of good question. I guess kind of multiple things. You know, there is the money aspect of it and trying to make a career out of it in like one vein, but there's also like the side of wanting a community and wanting to be able to like talk to people while doing things, or having people that are, you know, there to bounce ideas off of. I like chatting with people.
I like chatting. Chatting is really nice. So you started it just because you wanted to chat among people and make content around that?
Kinda, yeah. Mostly about gaming, because I spend a lot of my time gaming. Like, I just already do that. So it's just nice if there's people there that I can chat to while doing that, as well as maybe making money from it, because I am disabled, so I do not make a lot of money, but I could potentially make more money doing content.
True. Well, hey, that's the one thing that's so great about being a content creator on the internet as a VTuber and as a streamer, is that you can have a disability and you can still make money. You can still be entertaining, still be liked by all these different things, even if you don't have the ability to go out and do a lot of things that other people take for granted. It's really nice to see someone who has a disability who's able to still go out and be who they want to be, and hopefully it helps them, you know, continue to do the things they like to do. You know, it's kind of nice. I like that.
Yeah, it definitely does for me anyway, because I also, like, it's kind of hard sometimes to show myself constantly on camera. Like, if I was to do that, I guess, you know, I have, you know, pain issues, other things like that I don't want to just be like on camera all the time. So it's easier to just be able to like walk away or it not be just shown right on my face.
But I still like that. I think it's really good. It's really good. But I will definitely say that you just need to make sure that you treat yourself well. I know burnout is really hard on a lot of content creators, and this could lead to that. So just make sure you take care of yourself, okay?
Yeah.
That's why V2 being a medium do my interests. I like that. Good job for that. I like that. It's good interest. What do you like about being a VTuber specific?
I actually like a lot of the art so far.
Art's so
like
cool.
A lot of the artists, the art, all the art that I've gotten over the time. Like a lot of it looks just really good. It's really cool. I actually have pretty much every piece of art that I've gotten printed out on a piece of paper and just all around my walls behind my setup.
I like it. That's so cool. You know, I would mind having my art to be on like a piece of paper. That'd be so sick. I'd be so down.
Yeah, it takes a lot of ink.
You know, I bet that does eat up a lot of space. Ray, you're making me hungry with your chicken soup. How dare you? You guys stop. First is lovely Lucas over here is making me have a sweet tooth. And now you guys are trying to get me to have food for like pizza and like sandwiches. You guys, stop it. No food. No more food. Hungry already. So watch out. Hey Lucas, you're in good company with me. Look, the ninja thinks you're cool. So I love that. That's so cool. It's always good to have ninjas back. Ninja's really cool. Awesome. Well, I like it. Well, that's really cool. We actually have another spin. We're from Ray, so Ray has a spin. So let's do another spin for you and see what the question will be on this one. I used to have a sound that usually makes the sound of the like wheel spinning.
Yeah,
I don't know what
like...
happened to that. It's gone. It disappeared. I don't know what happened, but at least it made that sound, so that's good. So favorite anime. Okay, let's see how weeby you are. You already have been doing a great job with all your answers, not saying anything that really judges you too harshly. But I know this one could ruffle some feathers. What's your favorite anime? Or you got a good one. Yeah, you definitely got a good one. Good job.
Trying to think. I feel like I've been asked this question a lot.
It's
kind of hard to answer if you watch like a lot of anime. Like it's really hard to answer.
If you want to, because it's very difficult to answer. Have you been watching a lot of the new seasonal stuff lately?
Kinda. I could probably. So like, there's probably a few that I could name. Like I'd probably put like Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood in my top 5.
Yes, that's my top 5 too.
My Hero Academia in my top 5.
I like that one. They definitely ended on a really strong note. I love what they did with the end.
My favorite part of My Hero was like the earlier seasons when they're kind of great in like the first season when they're like exploring the entire, like having heroes all over the place, part of the government just actively, you know, doing hero stuff, being paid. I thought that was really cool because it explored like a bunch of different heroes and aspects of that stuff.
That's kind of why I like Vigilantes, because that feels like the entire season's about them exploring like the world.
I actually watched the episode of Vigilantes earlier with the newest one.
Oh, nice.
But I'm trying to think. I'd probably put yaois in there.
You can put all the yaois. Go for it.
Well, I'm trying to think. Out of all of them, there's not as many yaois as there is. That's only recently we've been starting to get more of those. But I think Hitorajime My Hero is what it's called, is a pretty decent one. And Love Stage is a really good one too. Love Stage is probably why my eyes are like this. The main character is like he has like really pretty like purple yellow eyes, and it's
I do like the
awesome.
eyes. I do like the eyes. What's your thoughts on One Piece? Ray must know. He has to.
My partner loves One Piece and is watching it with his brother. I am not personally a fan of One Piece.
Oh, I see. Well, you know what? There's nothing wrong with that. We all like our anime. We all like our opinions sometimes. But it's still cool. It's still cool to see it. It's still cool. All right, cool. I like it. Well, hey, I like all the I love your taste in anime. It seems really cool. I like it a lot. I have to ask, because you mentioned yaoi and you also mentioned My Little Academia, and I just got done doing a anime couple tier list with some of my favorite VTuber friends I've had. We mentioned a couple of the My Hero Academia couples. What's your favorite anime couple in My Hero Academia?
Is it like the actual couples that are like in the show, or is it just like what's your favorite like ship?
Your ship. Let's do shippings.
Probably Midoriya and Bakugo. Probably generic.
That's a pretty common one.
Yeah.
That's a pretty common one. I like that one too. This is a good one.
I like the aspect of like polite, shy person to like very loud, angry man.
You know what? That's a pretty common one. I think a lot of people like that one, so I like that. That's cool. No, Lucas. What do you mean? There's nothing wrong with that. I think it's good. Well, let's get to the second question for you. The second question. And let's talk about, and if you don't have one, it's totally fine. You don't have to really have one. But I always like to ask this question because a lot of YouTubers that come on my show does have one, and they love talking about it. And what's your lore backstory for your VTuber?
Right now I'm still kind of fleshing it out, but there's like a small video it doesn't show much of the actual lore. It just kind of shows like an event that's happening, and the actual lore kind of comes after that. It's that thing where you like start a movie with like a flash forward until like you're getting like arrested or you're getting shot at, and then it's like, you know, one day earlier, that kind of thing. Yeah, and then it brings you to how you ended up there. But as far as I've been able to make out, kind of like an astronaut ended up dying in space, and then one way or another, astronaut's body, since it's in a suit, is preserved, ends up on random candy planet. Human DNA then kind of infects the area, and then I'm born.
Oh, and then you're born. Oh, wow. Well, that's a pretty interesting one. I like it. I like it. I can't wait to see you flesh it out a little bit more. I want to see, like, what world are you from? Were there other cotton candies and candy flavors and stuff like that? I'd love to see all the different kinds of species you guys might have. You know, are you guys all bunnies? Or are you guys all?
I do have. So this is. I can send you a picture. I do have that guy. That is what. That is what like I would look like. That's what I would look like if there's no human DNA involved.
You look very adorable. Nice. I love it. So cool. That's so cool. I like that. Well, that's really interesting. I think that's actually really cool to see. I like to see more into that lore. I love to see more into it. But obviously, you can do whatever you want if you have your style the way you want it to style. I think you're the kind of streamer who just likes to just be an avatar on the internet and be a goober gamer on the internet with your avatar. So there's nothing wrong.
Yeah, I am not like super into the lore. Like I'm not the kind of person who role plays too much like a character. The character is pretty much just me.
Cool. And then again, nothing wrong with that. You be who you want to be. And I think that's totally fine. Cool. All right, and then we move on to the next question. This is one of my favorite questions to ask, and it's a very difficult question. So are you ready for this one?
Yeah.
Cool. The question is, what do you bring to the VTuber community helps you stand out?
I think it's kind of like a combination of things. I think I look really young for being 30, and
you sound really young for being 30.
Do I?
I feel like you sound really young for being 30. I know. I deal with a lot of like, I'm usually the oldest in my friend group, so everyone sounds really young to me, but
I am like a 30-year-old who is gay, and I guess kind of stands my ground a lot. And a lot of things in my beliefs and a lot of stuff like that, and willingness to like argue with people.
You're true to your morals. I like it.
I kind of think genuineness is what I try to bring. Is just, you know, just being genuine in my streams. I like being me.
I like that. Even B was saying that you just being him is what makes him stand out, and I like that. I like that. It's good quality. You stay who you want to be. You don't change for anyone. You value your own opinion. And you stand your ground. I like that. That's actually really respectful. I think that's really cool.
I do my best.
Do your best. That's all we ask. That's all he asks. I'm a 20-year-old who likes to mess up their sleep schedule. Yeah. You know what? That sounds like a 20-year-old thing. That doesn't sound like I think that most 20-year-olds like to mess up their sleep schedule. Like, but you guys can do it. You youngins, go on a little rant right now, but you youngins, you guys have it good. You guys can sleep for like 2 hours and bounce back up. I'm over here 33, and I'm like, that was my 7 hours of sleep. I need it. I had like a good 7 hours and 30 minutes today. I still felt terrible when I wake up. Like, I just doesn't. You youngins don't know what's like. When you get to my age, you're going to need those 8-hour sleeps.
Yeah, your bones creak.
Yeah, when you bend down. Ugh. Lucas ruined my sleep schedule. Why are you ruining people's sleep schedule, Lucas? What do you do?
Because I like to stream from like 10 p.m. to like 8 a.m.
Well, I want to say that that's not me anymore, but so I think the hair on the camera. But I usually like to stay up a little bit later because I'm a night crew manager at my job, and we have to stay up past like 1 o'clock in the morning sometimes. So I have to have some of my streams really late at night. But I used to work at my old position before I got my promotion that I had to get up really early in the morning. So most of my streams I would have to like do a lot more morning streams. Now I feel like I'm back in my college days where I stay up super late. So I know the feeling, but I know I think most people stream at the nights anyway. So I think there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, my streams kind of revolve around something like that because my partner works like 6 to like 3:30. Well, it's technically like 6:30 to 3:30, I think, is his shift. And then he is up until like 9 p.m. ish, and then after that, I just kind of get everything ready. I have the apartment to myself. I can stream. I can do whatever I want. And blah blah blah.
Nice. Well, I always like to have the whole place to yourself. It's really nice. So I think that's awesome. Nice. Well, next question I have for you is there any project or games you have in the making for the 2026? And yes, you do want your chicken sandwich. I understand, Ray. You are hungry, but not every answer should be a chicken sandwich. I promise you.
I don't have like any major projects. I think mostly ideas. Right now, I have something being worked on to like make my eyes, like the iris, a lot bigger. Make it take up more of the eye. Because if you actually like look at a bunny's eye, like if you look it up, you basically don't see the white of a bunny's eye. It is like all the iris, and so I kind of want to make my eyes bigger to see what that looks like. And I'm also hoping to take singing classes at some point this year and try and maybe try and sing.
That'd be cool.
That's about it.
Can we get a zoom in on your eye really quick? Because I love your eyes. Your eyes look really cool. Like I think your face is just really like symmetrical and it's really nice.
Like zoom in real quick.
Yeah, zoom in on your face. We want to see them eyes. Let's see them eyes, guys. Let's see them eyes. Look at them eyes. Look at those. Stare at those all day. I also, one of my favorite parts is that you have a little bit of some freckles under you. Very nice, very adorable. But also, I love the teeth. Very good.
Yeah, I love the teeth. I don't know why I did it. I just like pointy teeth. I also made the tongue weird.
Oh, whoa. You did make the tongue weird. Well, that does seem more alien-like than rabbit. So I can definitely see the lore being more alien. Rumbling. I think it's really cool. I like it. That's nice. Cool. Well, definitely a very cool design. We can get into it. And it would be cool to see you do some more stuff with your eyes. And it'd be awesome to see you do singing. What kind of singing do you think you'll be doing? You think you're doing some like rock, screamo, or some more soothing, some more like
I mean, I could see myself, I could see myself doing like calmer, like, soothing kind of singing, ones that aren't like super high upbeat, but like, it's hard to describe what the genre is of singing that is. But I also think it would be really funny if I just randomly dropped like the heaviest rap.
Yeah, dude, that'd be so sick. I would love to see that.
I think it would be really funny.
That'd be cool to see. I like to see that. Oh no, come on. I would love to see him do rapping. That'd be cool. But yeah, no, I like that. It'll be cool to see you do some really cool, awesome stuff with it. So yeah, definitely, that'd be cool. Now we're going to go ask you one of my favorite parts of my show. Really cool question, actually. By the way, Ray's asking you to hydrate. Can you hydrate for us really quick?
Yes.
Let's do the Lucas rap. Yeah. Do the Lucas rap. Guys, you got to come up with some lyrics for Lucas. What do you think Lucas should rap about?
I think the more vulgar it is, the funnier it is.
Then do some vulgar rapping. Do it. Need to take a drink. Lucas loves seafood. Oh, I love seafood. Seafood's great. Do you like sushi?
He's lying.
Oh. Dang, I was gonna go all ham on that. I was like, dude, I love seafood. I can eat anything seafood.
I have tried a lot of seafood, and I can confidently say I do not like a single piece of seafood.
Really? That's crazy.
I hate all seafood.
Is it like the smell? I know they use the smell, the texture is what really gets.
It's a lot of the time it's the texture, but it's also just the taste.
Is the taste really?
I just don't like it.
Okay, well, like I'm not trying to sway you. Like you like what you like. I don't like tomatoes. And I don't like mushrooms. Like some people think that's weird.
I don't like either of those either. I'm a picky eater.
I'm not really a picky eater. I usually don't mind trying something once, but I do really love seafood. Seafood has always been something I like.
Onions are the worst thing that's ever been found.
Onions?
Yes.
I feel bad for Onion Prince over here. Yeah, Onion Prince was right there. I'm allergic to mushrooms, so I am with you both. I'm sorry, Onion Prince. You might have a hard time with this one, but we still love you. But I know. What was the first kind of seafood you ever had?
I don't know. I had quite a bit. Like as a kid, my parents tried to get me to eat seafood a lot, just because I mean I know it's good for you. I probably like first time I tried it was maybe like trout or something.
Trout?
Where I live,
Trout was your first time having seafood? No wonder
where
you had
I
a bad
live,
taste. Trout.
where I live, there's a lot of ice fishing during the winter, and I was a kid going out ice fishing, and we caught rainbow trout.
Huh.
We also caught like bass and stuff, and then I've also been to like restaurants that have given me like, you know, fried squid balls and all kinds of other things that I didn't really. That was just, I mean, it tasted like normal fish, you know, it didn't taste all that different. But like, the only thing I can maybe get away with is eating like frozen fish sticks because that's barely fish.
Yeah, it's not really fish.
Yeah.
That's the Macaroo. Who's the pink and blue lad? Who are you? Royal wants to know.
Yes, Royal is one of my mods.
Oh, so Royal, you do know this pink and blue lad. Okay, you already know. I'm trying to get to know them. I'm trying to see how it goes. Well, have you ever had salmon or like tuna?
Yeah, I've tried both of those too. Yeah.
Still not your jam?
Nope.
You know what? Again, there's nothing wrong with that. I would love seafood any day. I can have any kind of seafood the rest of my life, and I'd be totally fine with it. What is your favorite food to have?
Good question on favorite food. I don't know.
Probably
some of the main things I like to eat are like white meat. I really like chicken and stuff, and I mean that's mainly it actually. Chicken is probably one of my favorite foods, I'd say.
You would look like a chicken nugget kind of guy. Definitely.
I'm not a huge fan of red meat, so I'm usually just into chicken. Like I like the taste of red meat, I can eat it. I just try not to eat much of it for, I guess, health reasons. So says people.
Well, chicken's
and
really
doctors.
good. Just make sure it's all cooked. Make sure it's all you're cooked. So as long as you do that, cool, awesome. I like that. Well, let's get into one of my favorite questions of the night. I ask this question to every single person because I'm always so curious about it. What's the thoughts that went into the design of your model?
The design originally started like way back, and
I can show you a picture of that. Do you want me to show you the picture? So explain this picture really quick that I have on screen.
So that is my first design. That's like the actual model art. That art was done before I wanted to be a content creator or even thought about being a content creator. And it was mostly just so that I had like a visual of a character that I wanted to start writing into stories. So like I could see him and I could like picture him a lot easier and describe him better. And then I eventually, there wasn't really like, that isn't cotton candy themed. I just really liked the colors pink and blue, and later just attributed, just kind of when I went into this second design to refine it, kind of made it a cotton candy themed thing since the colors were already there.
I like it.
The sharp teeth are there too. I didn't really have a reason for it. Just like them.
And we also have the cool eyes too. I like that.
Yeah, I had bigger eyes in the first design, and that's kind of a similar thing I'm trying to go with like these eyes. I'm gonna try to make these bigger.
Bigger. I think I'm bigger. I like it. Cool. Awesome. Well, I'd love to see that. And then with your new design that you have right now, what made you want to go into this kind of like sweater, half sweater, with your ears flopping down low with long hair, and of course the most iconic, the cotton candy tail?
Honestly, just seeing like a bunch of different people's designs, you know, after being a content creator and starting to like interact with other content creators, starting to follow the more popular content creators, and just kind of seeing what people liked with like some of the bigger content creators, and then kind of trying to think of how can I take some of those design aspects, put them onto a character, and then like still make them unique to not be like a clone of another character. I think the only person I've ever really been compared to genuinely is Silvervale. Because
Oh,
some people
I
make
see
the
the
joke
hair.
silver male.
Silver male. You know, I can see that. I can see that. You know, I see the color scheme, the various color scheme. You're the male
Yeah.
version of silver male. I can see it. Okay, that's cool. I think that's a good compliment. I think that's a good compliment. That's really good. Cool.
Yeah, it's never been like bad to the point of like people calling me a clone of another VTuber. So I think I did pretty good with like making it pretty unique, I think.
I think you did a great job. It looks really good. Very well done. Did you make the Reagan model, or do you commission someone?
I commissioned someone. I have a
They did a
model
good job.
artist
They did a
that
good
I've gone to probably. I wanted to get this model. Basically, I reworked the first model because I started wanting more. I wanted like this outfit. I wanted more things, but I realized that that would be really hard with that art. So I remade the whole model, or had it remade into something that I could just keep adding to. So I've gone back to that model artist like 3 times to just keep adding more and more to this model.
Makes sense. Makes sense. And I that's kind of what, if you can find a really good rigger artist that you can work really well with and just slowly keep on like adding things to it, I think that's the best one. They already have your whole setup like there to edit, so they can just easily just plop like a hat on you and you're perfect. You know? So it's really easy to do that than go to a completely new artist and have to make a completely new rig of it. It's usually a lot better to just stick with the one who's already made your model.
Yeah, it's why it's also really good to have like a good relationship with your artists. Like treat them well, you know, pay them what they should be paid, all that stuff.
Pay your artists.
You gotta treat them well, or like future work is gonna be a pain in the ass. I mean, even anything, you know, if you have a bad relationship with an artist, their TOS, they could maybe just make it so you can't use the art anymore.
Yep, exactly. It's just like, nope, it's mine now. Can't do it.
Yep.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Cool. I like it. Do you have any fun toggles you like to show off? I know we were messing with it before stream, but any cool like outfits you want to show off?
Yeah. There's like a lot, kinda. There is a few colors. The original colors that I had for this, I think, were just the cotton candy and then the rainbow. These colors.
The rainbow one's really cool. I like the rainbow. This one's nice.
Later on, I had Halloween added.
Ooh, that's cool. I think that looks really well with like the purple accent with it. I think that's really cool.
I had the Halloween added for, I guess, Halloween, because I wanted to start adding like holiday themed ones. I kind of want to do like a candy cane one or something Christmas related.
I can see that. I can see that be a thing.
And then the red velvet one was the most recent addition, like very recently.
I like it. I like it. It looks really cool. Red velvet.
It's supposed to be like red velvet kind of cake. That's what's in the tail. And like the red is supposed to be like the rich red velvet, and then the other color, the white, is supposed to be like cream cheese frosting.
Ooh. Again, I'm getting hungry. I'm getting hungry. All right. Anything else?
Aside from that, I also glow in the dark, which makes my things, my freckles glow. Though I don't know if it's gonna work for me right now.
Do you have one of those like the dark shader things?
Kinda, but I don't think. Maybe it's because of the collab thing, but I don't think it's letting me do it.
I wonder if I can use it. Let me see. What happens if I do this? Yeah, that is good.
Yeah, I think it just doesn't let us adjust lighting while we're in the collab.
Well, so if my model was up here, I could, because I've done it before in collabs where I can change the lighting and it will change it. Well, I would have to pull my model up. But...
You can or you can't. I mean, it's either way. You don't have to.
Yeah, it's like I just noticed in collabs I have done that. He has become less radioactive, guys. You'll have to go check out his stream if you have to go see his radioactiveness. We want to see those freckles all glow in the dark. Oh,
well, it's working on my screen, but it doesn't actually show.
That might be. I wonder if there's something, a settings on my end. Let me see. Do I have a settings? Give me a second. No, I have it that you can show your items. So I don't know.
I think it's like like a settings thing. There's like a
That might be
lighting.
saying things. Might be.
Yeah, there's like a lighting thing that when I press the button, it does like specific light to basically darken everything.
Makes
and then,
sense.
yeah.
All right, cool. Okay. Well, if you guys have not seen it, go check it out on his channel. And see all the cool radioactive stuff. Anything else you want to show off?
I think that's about it. I mean, I can take I have a lot of other things like taking the candy out of my eyes or turning the tail off, or
Simple
I
stuff.
can also
Simple stuff.
I can make it more obvious that I'm a bunny.
I do like the ears going up. I think that's a cool one. That's a cool feature.
Yeah, I made sure to talk to the artist to have them drawn in a way that they looked good when they're down to the side, but then kind of turned and faced forward when they went up to also look good like that.
That's cool. I like that. Hey, I'll go check out the guy later. Royal, go check out this dude. I think you'll. I think you guys will get along. Lucas, your other outfit. There's another outfit.
Oh yes, right. I forgot. Yes.
Yo, that one's epic. That's like a rocker one. That's cool. That's
this is
so
also
cool.
pretty recent. This I got done
Oh.
with like the red velvet. I got them added together.
Very sick. Very sick. I think that's really cool. Very tattoo heavy with the piercings also that, and the green version. Oh, that's really cool.
This is the
goth
rainbow, and then it has all the same colors. In every outfit I have added to my model, I intend to have all of the same colors that the normal
Ooh, that's a
outfit
cool
has.
one. Okay.
This is
I like it.
This is a lot of people really like this one.
The combination of red velvet and the goth. I like it.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. Does he ever want to get a tattoo? Do you ever want to get a tattoo?
Maybe.
Well, my last question on this part is, what's your personal favorite part about your own design?
Probably the teeth or like the freckles, since the freckles like glow. Whenever the freckles glow, it looks like a bunch of stars on my face, and I really like that.
That's really cool. I like that. That's really nice. I like it. Well, I think your design is very adorable. It's very nice, and it fits your style very well. So I think that's really cool. Very cool. I like all the colors, and all the things you can do with it. Can't wait to see what you do next with it. All the cool updates. Any ideas you want to do next with your model?
I have like a couple ideas that I might do. I'm honestly just indecisive. Like I like a lot of different color schemes, and I don't want to have to settle on one. So I just try to think of the best ones and then just add them over time, so I eventually have all of them. I think the next one I might try and do is a couple I wanted to try and do. One I can't remember, but I know that one was maybe going to be like sherbet or sherbet ice cream, because there's like 3 colors in there and you can make like a gradient out of those 3.
That'd be cool. Okay. Very nice. And also you mentioned a Christmas one too.
Yeah. If I wasn't sure, because cotton candy, obviously, like I have like thigh highs, and obviously we can red and white thigh highs to make them look like candy canes. That's easy. I just don't know if like red and white, like there needs to be more.
Well, red, white, and green, right?
Yeah, that might work. Yeah. When I
think Christmas,
Halloween,
I always think red, white, and green.
When I did Halloween, it was originally just gonna be black and orange, and then I was kind of looking at it like maybe that's not enough. So I went to the artist and told him, like, that weird like purple that they use for Halloween, that like they only use for like Halloween stuff, that like spooky purple, and I said to like throw that in there, maybe that'll look good.
Throw that in there.
Yeah. And then they did, and it turned out really good.
Yeah, I like it. Well, we do have a couple spins, so let's do a few spins now. One spin's from Ninja, who's disappeared in the shadows, apparently. That's what ninjas do. We'll ask this question. And then, speaking of shadows, Nyx will be asking the next question. So cool. Awesome. Next question. Okay, this is a very, it's a very, like, new generation question that's for some reason all the youngin people like has been asking me, and I don't understand it. So hopefully, as someone who's around my age, you will probably answer this question properly. Is lemonade a juice?
Um,
I know, right? Super difficult question. So hard.
I've never heard anyone ask this question.
This is a new thing. Apparently, my work is like like all these young kids are coming up to me asking me this, and they'll fight me tooth and nail on this. Like, I want to wait until I hear your answer first, but it's not a trick question.
I feel like I know what your answer is, but I feel like by technicality, it probably isn't a juice. Well,
How?
no, actually, yes, by technicality, it would be a juice because you
Yeah.
have to. It depends on how it's made because you do have to like juice a lemon to make normal lemonade.
Exactly. So a lemonade is a juice. You
So, yeah,
pour
like if-
juice into the lemonade. make
I was
lemon.
gonna say because you don't actually juice anything for lemonade, but that's just like nowadays you go buy like Crystal Light powder or something and you can make lemonade.
This is super
but,
artificial
like-
now, but still juice.
Yeah, but if we're talking about like original lemonade, then yeah, like you have to juice something. Just like pomegranate juice, you have to juice a pomegranate, or apple juice is an apple juice. You have to juice something to make it.
Yep, and that's what lemonade is. You know, it's just a different word. You know, like lemonade's still a juice. They just call it lemon juice because you can also use lemon juice to make other things. You know, but lemonade is still juice. It's still a juice. Drink it like a juice, like any other. Like,
Yeah, I mean I like lemonade, especially
I
pink
like lemonade
lemonade.
too. It's really good. You should do a pink lemonade one. Pink lemonade one. Actually, what should it be? Like a summer outfit. Like do like summer outfit.
So it's a deal then.
Thank you so much for the follow. Tuber. I want to say Tuber. Tuber. It's a cool name. I like it. Thank you for the follow. Next question for you. This is from Nix. Hi, how I am a shout. Geez, I understand the thief acrobatic VTuber, but geez, no one called out. I ain't got a shout. True. Greetings from Russia. Oh, hello, Russia. It's great to see you. Hello. Hope you enjoy your stay here. And yeah, I lemon juice, lemonade. It's definitely juice. Okay, so I love asking this question. This is actually one of my favorite questions to ask. If you were not this like rabid, sharp teeth, adorable alien you are right now, what other kind of VTuber would you be?
Good question.
I don't know any words in Russia. I do not know any Russian at all. I barely know
I don't either.
English. I barely even know how to speak in English. So I do apologize.
I feel like I'm honestly not sure. Sometimes I feel like it's better to go for like obscure animals, you know, that like not a lot of people use because there's just not a lot of them, like being like an elk VTuber, that kind of thing with like antlers. But I also think being a cat boy would also be pretty cool, or a dog boy. I think dog boys are pretty cute.
Yep, be a doggo. I can see you be a doggo. 100%. Well, that'd be kind of cool. I mean, that'd be cool to see you as a doggo. Like, maybe different,
Yeah.
like Halloween costume. You would be an Earth Bunny, probably. He's still a bunny though. He's still a bunny. That's the whole point. The whole point would be something completely different. Something completely different. Where are my penguin VTubers? I know, right? There's like only like 1 or 2 penguin VTubers. I was gonna say like a bandicoot. There should be a bandicoot.
Yeah, I only know,
Really no.
like even with the VTubers, all the VTubers I've interacted with, I think I only know like maybe 2 or 3 penguin VTubers.
There's not many of those. I can see Lucas is a cat boy. Ah, see, he's a cat person.
Being a cat boy would be pretty cool.
There you go. Be a cat boy. Cool. Next question for you. Next question is that what's your thoughts on the VTube community at the moment?
A lot.
This was a pretty spicy question. It depends on how you like see the VTube community and all the things that go into it. But TLDR, what's your thought?
So I think right now the VTubing community is kind of at an impasse and it's kind of at like a really pivotal moment. Even though it doesn't seem like it to a lot of people, I think it really is. I think right now there is, and I guess, you know, it depends on where you stand, but there's a lot of bad actors coming into the VTubing community currently and using it as a medium because they think they can make money. And then in doing so, not acting great, which is causing the greater populace of like everyone who isn't a VTuber to right now, like, they just kind of look at a VTuber and they're like, oh, racist VTuber's cool, because like there's just so many, and it's starting to be like what normal people see about VTubers. So they're just kind of assuming all VTubers are like that. And I think it's a pivotal moment in the VTubing community right now, because I think something needs to change or happen in a way that either VTubers can separate themselves from those bad actors, or I'm not really make it clear that not all VTubers are like that, because otherwise I think VTubing as a whole is going to be viewed very poorly in the next coming years.
It could definitely, like I mentioned this to a lot of other guests on my show. The VTuber community is pretty new, still pretty like early in the stages compared to other communities out there, and it's a melting pot of a whole bunch of other communities. You know, there's a lot of like idol culture, there's a lot of like furry culture, art community, content creation community, streamer community, all mixed into this kind of giant pool. Which, like Royal says, there's like every other community, there's going to be some good people and some bad people, and they all get mixed in the same kind of bowl. So there's definitely some negativity that can go into it, but there's also a lot of positive. There's a lot of really great things that does go on with the VTuber community, but just like how drama is always going to go over all of our like feeds instead of like the really good things, people like to focus on the negative parts of things. And even though stereotyping is very common in the human biology, it still sucks that like people will look at one tiny side of VTubing and only see the negative part and think that that's going to be the entire VTube community just based off of one small interaction. I definitely think that it should get better. Like, I think it will. So I think at the end of the day, VTubing is just another form of content creation. There's no difference between a webcam streamer and a person who's using a model to make content. There's really no difference between them. They're just two different styles of content. So, just like
I mostly agree with that.
Yeah, it's just like you wouldn't say that a vlogger who's going out exploring and hiking the wilderness and streaming that is the same as someone who's just sitting in front of a computer playing a video game. But they're both content creators. They're both streamers. They just do it in two different styles. Same thing with a VTuber. Like a VTuber is just another form of content creation. There shouldn't be no difference. And that's why I'm hoping that it's starting to get like more used to it and becomes more of a norm, that it doesn't matter who the VTuber is. You're making content, making people laugh and having a great time. It doesn't matter if they're using an adorable little rabbit boy or some weeb on the internet. It's just same content.
I think VTubing did and like is currently growing into like the size of kind of being the norm. Like Iron Mouse was like #1 on Twitch for a while. So I think like VTubing is up there, but I think the problem is now that it's up there is that some of the loudest, most seen voices are some of like the worst of the community, which which I don't agree with like all the sentiment that people think about VTubers, but it's making kind of people who don't interact with us much, like people, you know, if you watch like Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, and you just like never really think about VTubers ever, and then you see all this stuff about like people behaving really badly, saying some really like gross things, and you're just kind of like, oh, I guess I'm never watching VTubers. It's that, like the normie mindset of VTubers, basically.
Is the norm, like you said, the normie. It's like this is the norm kind of way of people see it, and they stereotype that, oh well, if this is what I'm noticing for the first time, the whole type community is spotted like that. And that's when I feel like it's our jobs as content creators in the VTuber space to just pretty much like always like leave a good first impression for anyone who does come into our space and pretty much be very welcoming. Now we're going to see some positivity. Exactly. Spread positivity, hold yourself accountable for things, and hold your community accountable for things, you know, because you reflect your community. Now, are you going to get trolls coming in and just being mean and rude on the internet.
Always.
It's the freaking internet. It's always going to be the case. You guys will have to deal with it.
Literally always.
But if you can handle yourself in front of those in a respectful and professional manner, I think that's what's really going to stand toe to toe in this community.
I tell people that kind of stuff all the time because I see posts of people, you know, getting very upset, or messages from people very upset about a troll that came into their chat and said something. You know, some people just don't really understand that concept of like being a troll. Like they don't really understand like why someone would go out.
Why would
there
be
and
an
just,
a-hole
like,
on the internet?
Yeah, like just intentionally be as mean as they can. Like they don't understand the concept, so it gets really upsetting to them. But like you have to explain that that's like the point.
Yep.
The idea is getting a reaction from you and upsetting you. The more that happens, the more they are like happy with what they've done.
That's why we need to bring back the term. It's a very old school term. This is when internet was first being created, and then this was a very popular term back in my day. I guess I am calling myself old, but back in my day, we used to call this term as "don't feed the trolls," because that's exactly what we're doing. Is that if you give any reaction or any attention to these people who are just doing this for a reaction, you're feeding the trolls. The best thing to do with a troll is not to acknowledge them. Just be like, "Oh, okay," I just move on. Because that's the only way to beat it.
I pretty much tell my mods to be like a little ban happy if like people are coming in and like kind of being obvious trolls. You know, you don't have to like sit there and indulge or like make sure that they're trolling. You could just kind of just get them out. Like I don't care.
For me, it's usually if I see them in chat, I just don't really respond to them. I just kind of let them do what they do. But if they start like interacting with like my community and start like starting, I'm like, cool. It's like a sniper, just take my shot, bam, and then be gone. No, so that's usually what I do. I usually wait until like because most trolls usually as soon as you stop like showing reaction to them, they usually disappear and they go somewhere else. But if they do try and stick around, then I'm like, okay, cool, bye.
I like to sometimes antagonize them.
Usually that works out too, but sometimes some people are scary on the internet, so you guys kind of have to watch out what they do. But I will definitely say that that's probably the best way. VTubing is a medium. It's not necessarily its own category, but it invites a wide range of people. Well, because it makes sense. Because if you think about it, VTubing is such a freaking amazing thing. You are pretty much using an avatar that you created, who has your pretty much personality up front, and you using it to either create content, represent you as a brand, stream, or whatever. I feel like that's like the dream job, you know? Like look at like Ready Player One, you know? You are going into a virtual world as you represent something that you really like, and you get to show the world this kind of thing, you know? That's kind of what a lot of people like to do. So there's nothing wrong with it, and it makes sense as why it got so popular. But I think some people just don't understand it enough, and when people don't understand something, they usually take it as like the bad way, or they get scared of it, and they usually take it the bad way. So we just need to make it more of a norm and make it more accessible and more easier for people to get into, so that people will see that, oh, it's just a random person on the internet just using a model. I understand that. That's not so bad. And then it'll get used to it. People like it. Hi, JP.
People definitely don't understand VTubing, I think, currently. Or at least a lot of people don't. It's still kind of in that area where like most like normie people who watch like normal YouTubers and whatnot will like hear someone watches VTubers and be like, you do?
You know,
and then it's just until like someone shows them that it's literally like the same thing, you know, that it's just like someone sitting there playing games pretty much the exact same as someone that like has a face cam. Yeah,
you just have a really cool looking model. Just do it, you know, and like you can look at the game and you'll look at a cool model instead of some sweaty guy looking at it like or just like playing a game. It's a little bit different. Ready Player One, you mean VR chat? Exactly, VR chat is. Depends on who they are.
I have never been in VR chat, but VR chat is kind of insane.
I'm surprised. I'm actually really surprised about that.
VR chat artists and make like a perfect 3D model of your avatar and put it in VR chat to walk around as your model. I think that's really cool.
It's really cool. I really am surprised that you are not a VR chat person. Like you look like you'd be ideal in VR chat.
The problem is the 3D tracking, but I know you can like you don't have to do that, and you can just like control. Like I could get a 3D thing commissioned to look like me, and then just use like keyboard and mouse.
Yeah, you
But
probably
generally,
could
the
also.
tracking is what stopped me.
It makes sense. You can also just like go into a world and find something that's kind of similar to what you draw, do like your model, and then use that. I know some people like to do that too, until they
That's
get like.
true.
I'm in a small VRC. See, go check out Snore. He seems like a guy that will. I got chased by Phantom Pain people. Oh, well, we gotta watch out for that. Those Phantom Pain people can be really tricky. You have fun and hang out. Nice. Cool.
There's a lot of I've seen a lot about like VR chat culture. There's like small VR chat groups that people will use as like get-togethers or almost like group calls in like Discord, basically. Where like the end of the day, sometimes they'll all just hop on VR chat and just sit and chat and hang out with each other, basically.
No, I had a real life friend who told me that they got in a VR chat and they met this one guy who was from Taiwan, and they hit off so well that they actually ended up moving in together in Taiwan and became like the best romantic like partners. I was like, what the frick? That's so cool. I love seeing that kind of stuff. You know, they met online.
A lot of, especially on VR chat, there's a lot of like long distance romance and stuff that happens on there because you can actually, I mean, two pretty extreme levels. Like you can get a full on, it's very expensive, but you can get a full bodysuit to connect with VR chat, and it will like transfer touch. So if someone in VR chat decides to touch you in a place, you will feel that on your real body. Yeah. So yeah, it gets pretty.
Just asking for a friend, but where can you get the suit you speak of?
Actually,
I
I don't know, like
just writing this down.
I don't know how for sale it is. I remember seeing videos about it being a thing, but I would assume it is like so. I would probably
really
wager.
expensive. It's
I would wager above like $20,000.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna stick with just putting art into my streams. That's why I'll do that. The VR chat is great for introverts who try to break out of the shells. I like that. There are a lot of fun friend groups to join. Yeah, I heard it's very welcome. Very welcome. Hello, perfectly balanced. It's great to see you. I might be an introvert then. You might be an introvert, but also you're the best of introverts. We love you. Me contacting my Chase Bank to tell them that a full bodysuit is a legitimate purchase for my VR chat kitten. Of course. Well, we do have another spin, so let's get another spin going. Telling this is for a friend. There are stuff you can do. Oh yeah. I'm telling you, this is for a friend, guys. It's for a friend. Obviously.
There's like a lot of different ways you can do like actual like touch transfer to make it so that someone touches you in there, you feel it. There's like a lot of ways to do that.
That sounds weird though. I know. I feel like that'd be too
weird. It is weird because it's not like actual. It's more like something that would like vibrate or like kind of make it seem like something's touching you, but they can't get like specific with touch. So it's just like you touch one spot, it feels like that spot's touched. That's about it.
I feel like there'd be so much phantom touch. You know what like our phantom touch is? You know, like how like you think your phone is vibrating in your pocket, but nothing actually happened. Like I feel like you would get a lot of those.
I think some people who did some stuff like that have also talked about like going into public rooms and it being like an extremely miserable experience.
Yeah.
Because like people will be like walking up to you, touching you, or like walking through you and stuff, and you're like your suit's just going insane with everything.
I feel like that would be a problem.
Yeah.
I'm too introverted because I played VR chat. I don't know. I feel too awkward to start conversations. Again, there's nothing wrong. We're all human socially beings, so there's nothing wrong talking. Speaking of talking about weird, awkward situations, ideal date. Do you have an ideal date?
Ideal date for someone like me is kind of like just hanging out, playing games together for the night. Maybe ordering some food. That's about it. Cuddling,
no seafood though. No seafood.
Yeah, no seafood.
Maybe just get some your favorite game or favorite anime started off while you guys have some chicken nuggets where you guys both accidentally put the same chicken nuggets in the same dipping sauce and you guys look at each other like, oh, indirect chicken nugget kiss, you know, stuff like that. Oh, man.
I'm gonna specifically order spaghetti, but I'm gonna make sure that they don't cut the noodles and it's just like one long noodle.
One long noodle, and you just like eat one end and they eat the other hand. You just like,
Yep.
do the
I'll turn it
freaking
into a cartoon.
yeah, a freaking Lady in a Tramp moment. That'd be great. That'd be great. Any anime, or how did you pass the time? How do you pass the time?
Pretty much just games.
Games. Do you mostly stream all the games that you like to play, or do you actually have some games that you do not play on stream that you just play kind of on your own?
There's some games that I just play on my own because, like, there's some, I'll sometimes try a game on stream and people kind of seem not that interested in it, or it just kind of feels like a game that wouldn't be the funnest to watch. Like, right now, there's only like 1 or 2 games that I play off stream. The main one being like World of Warcraft.
Makes sense.
And it's like, well, yeah, World of Warcraft.
World of Warcraft is pretty big on the internet.
It is.
A lot of people
I feel like it's hard to grow in this space, and I feel like you have to already kind of have an audience to bring there that'll like watch with you, because like it's not gonna be all that like, regardless of whose stream you go to, like if you're leveling, you're just kind of smacking an enemy for like an hour doing quests, just grinding back and forth, or you're at the highest level and you're just doing a raid with like 25 other people. It's like 1 or 2, and the grinding can be really monotonous.
True. No, I can see. To me personally, it's not really my jam. I don't really like watching this kind of stuff. I just know of a friend who actually does do a lot of World of Warcraft streams, and she gets a lot of people watching her out and like checking her out and helping her do kind of things. So it works out really well for her and her friends. So I imagine there is a platform and there's a community for that. But you do kind of, what it seems like when I watch her do her streams and her watching her friend do her streams of World of Warcraft, you kind of have to be majority of that.
Yeah.
You can't really be a variety streamer and do that at the same time, because most of the people in the community that likes to watch streamers do that game only want to watch you do that stream. If you play anything else, they will immediately go away from it. So it's kind of hard to be a variety while be a World of Warcraft streamer. It seems like you have to be either all in on World of Warcraft or not at all.
Yeah, that's been the hardest part for me, I think, as a streamer, is being like a variety gamer. I don't know how people do it. I guess if it's a game that I super love, but I don't know how people play the same game for like 7 years and then just stream the exact same game every night for like 7 years. I don't know how people have the fortitude to do it.
It just really depends on how you like get into it. But
I guess if you're like consistently growing, it would be like a lot easier to like justify to yourself to like keep playing it so much for so long. If like you're growing and your audience is growing, your community is growing, blah blah blah. But a lot of the time it's just, very slow growth. So you're just kind of playing the same thing over and over and over again.
So that's what I'm gonna like challenge you on that, because in my personal opinion, I feel like if you want to grow really fast in the content creation space, you just play one game. Just play that one game, and that's all you play. Like, there's a lot of people who like play like Dead by Daylight, or I know I watch this one person who only does Metal Gear Solid content, and the only thing he does is a whole bunch of Metal Gear Solid content. And some people only play that one game, and you do grow a lot quicker because people watch you for just that one thing. I truly believe that the best way to grow naturally is, even though it's going to be slower, you will grow a lot more like naturally, and that's being a variety content, because that way people want to come and watch you for you, not for what you're streaming. They want to see you play certain games. Like, oh, I would love to see you play this one game, and then I want to see what's your reaction on this game. If you play just one game, yeah, everyone's going to be watching you. You grow really quickly. But if you play anything else, they will immediately get off of you, because like, I only wanted to watch him because he played this one game. I felt in that prey so many times where like, so one person would only play this one game, and I've only known them for that one game. And as soon as they do something else, I'm like, cool, I'm not gonna watch you play that game. I only want to watch you for this one game. That's it. I don't need to watch you for anything else.
It sometimes works.
It depends. It depends. But I've always truly believed that if you want to really grow, it'll take longer, but a variety streamer is probably the best way to do it.
Because I've tried sticking to one game like a few different times with like a few different games and communities, and it can sometimes work and other times not so much. I guess like it depends. Like in Warframe, right as I started streaming in that, I got like a lot of viewers. I was having like 150, 250 viewer streams.
Wow.
And then for like it skyrocketed to that and then plummeted kind of back down to normal. I don't really know what happened. But my theory is that a lot of people in that community, they want to watch new people. They want to watch people like come into the game, experience stuff for the first time and do stuff like that, and that's what they want to watch. I came into it with like, I've been playing Warframe since it launched like 12 years ago. So my account's pretty much already maxed. Like there's not much to watch me do on there. So it like really depends on like which community you're staying in.
It also depends on the game too, because like with Warframe, you probably wouldn't want to watch someone who's already maxed out, because you know you're already maxed out, you already got all the stuff, so there's nothing really new to watch. Like you mentioned before, someone who jumped into it for the very first time, you want to see them be like, oh, that's so cool, and they learn something, and then maybe the community will actually teach them something, and they get really engrossed in it, you know. But on the other hand, if you watch someone do competitive games, like say if they are a competitive League of Legends or a Counter-Strike or Valorant or Apex person, you want those kind of people to be really good at the games. You want to see them do really cool moves. You don't really want to watch someone who's very average at that game unless they're really funny, because if they're really funny, they at least make it more entertaining. But usually you don't want to watch brand new people jump in that game because it's not that entertaining. So it really depends on the game as well.
It's all over the place when it comes to like what works for certain things.
True. There was a lot of comments during the like, how far are you? Here's how you do this. Do you need help? Yep, exactly. It's like stuff like that. Royal also said, is Mario Party a good ideal date choice? I think so. That and Monopoly. Definitely play those two.
I don't think I've ever played Mario Party or Mario Kart.
That's actually really fun. I highly recommend you play it. If you ever do any community nights, you should definitely do it with those. Also, Perfectly asked, what's your favorite audio device you use? That's an interesting question. I imagine you use a mic, right?
Yeah, like audio device.
Like he's like asking you what kind of brand are you using? Is that what he's asking? I don't know mine.
I think they just mean in general. I'm not really sure. I mean, I do have like a really nice, you know,
like mic and headphones or earbuds.
I probably prefer like headphones over the ear, or like over earbuds, just because like earbuds are kind of annoying sometimes. Like they fall out, they don't fit right, stuff like that. They also, like, whenever they're in for a long time, it feels like they hurt my ears.
I am unfortunately in that stage of my life that I'm a little bit balding, so I personally like to have the over the head earphones, but with a hat on. That's my style. Just because one, it looks cool. I like having a hat. I think I look good in it. And two, I like having these overhead earphones, but I don't want it to be pressing against my skull to make that weird imprint on my head. So I like to have like that. But usually when I'm VTubing, I do not have to worry about what I look like. I usually like to wear earbuds so that I don't wear a hat all the time, because again, my hair, you know.
That makes sense. I also chose like the headphones mainly because the like competitive stuff, like playing competitive Marvel Rivals, you want to get like
good hearing.
Really good headphones so you can hear people like running behind you, or if you do hear them, you know where they are. Because when people are invisible and you have like really good headphones, it literally sounds like someone's stomping on the ground next to you. Like you can hear them.
Yep, exactly. That's my MO. I try to be funny because my skill is so wishy-washy. So true, Trick. Exactly. There's usually two kinds of streamers. There's the funny ones who are just entertaining to watch, and there's the really highly skilled ones who are just pretty much there just to watch them really cool games. Majority of people are just going to be entertaining and fun. Majority of them.
I'm kind of funny, but also just like pretty good.
Oh, there you go. You can be a mix of both. Apparently Bebo actually did get mad at you for not knowing Mario Kart or Mario Party. So you guys have fun with that. I'm a cup with a string kind of guy. You know, that's the old school. I like that. I respect that. Get them if you want to hear them. Got it.
I mean, it's cheaper than the $500 microphone.
Yeah, right. Anyway, next question for you guys. Actually, do we have a spin? Did we do a spin? I think we did. Okay, cool. Next question for you guys is what are some VTubers you would love to collab with one day, big or small?
Good question. I haven't done many collabs because I feel like a lot of collabs between, like, I guess bigger content creators, like you see like Chibidoki or Iron Mouse do a collab. A lot of people are like really loud, high energy, super active, and I feel like I am not that. I'm kind of introverted, not like super bouncy, high energy. So I feel like it's been hard to like think of who would be like a good collab partner. Though I guess maybe someone like Line Chew or Lineage. I don't know how he pronounces it.
Something like that.
Yeah. Or I mean, it would be cool to collab with Iron Mouse, though we are like very opposite ends of the spectrum on content, and she's insanely big. But she also was diagnosed with like a really rare thing, and I also have said rare thing. And like I actually haven't known anyone else to have said rare thing, so that is like a pretty unique thing, and I think it would be neat to talk to someone else about that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it would be really interesting just to get that mindset of like how they are dealing with the customers. Yeah, Iron deficiency. Iron Mouse is the utter inspiration. Is such a huge inspiration. We love Iron Mouse. Like the absolute definition of it does not matter what's going on in your life, you can still learn, and as long as you work hard for something that you enjoy doing, you can always achieve. I think that's a really good inspiration.
Yeah,
exactly. I love it. And she's like the absolute definition of the best things about VTuber. Like I mentioned before in the very beginning when you were talking about how like you dealing with these disabilities, where you are being a content creator right now. That's the best thing about being a VTuber is that you can be a content creator still and do all the kind of stuff that and have a really awesome model, even if you're dealing with the kind of sad, depressing things that you're feeling. Iron Mouse kind of symbolizes that, yeah, you can do that. It's very possible. You can actually be big for doing it too. Hi, Dragons. Great to see you. Hello. How's your day? My day's going great. I hope your day's going really good. He also has a spin, so let's go see what the spin is. And we also have a hydrate, so can you drink a little bit for me?
Yes, I think Iron Mouse is a big inspiration for a lot of people that go into VTubing with disabilities.
Agreed.
She's like the most successful person that you can point at, right? Who's like, she has, you know, very severe disabilities, can't really leave her home, has to deal with a lot of really serious shit, and yet was, you know, is one of the most successful streamers, not even like just VTubers, but streamers as a whole.
Agreed, 100%. Like if you see her sing, oh my god, that is insane.
I've seen a lot of her songs. Her Baby No Money collab song I actually love a lot. That was really good.
I love it too. It's really good. Apparently her new one's like hit like 5 million or something like that. It's super.
Yeah.
I like it. A coffee or tea?
Tea. I don't like coffee.
Really? I couldn't survive.
I just don't like it. I don't know why, but I've just never liked any coffee.
Yep. Well, no worries. Again, it's totally fine. Tea, what kind of tea do you like? Do you like just natural tea, or do you like to make it old brew?
My two favorite teas are aged Earl Grey tea, and the second one is Duchess Balmoral, which is like a vanilla tea.
I've never been a tea person personally. That's why I'm more of a coffee person. But one day, I'll find a tea that I actually like, and I'll always order it. So far, I haven't yet. So far, all the tea I have had, I've only had when I was sick. So I've only associated tea as being sick. So maybe that's the reason why it doesn't taste very good to me. But maybe one day.
There's normal like breakfast tea that people use like coffee. Like they'll wake up, have a cup of tea because I think it has as much or more caffeine than coffee does. It's similar. but they wake up, have their cup of tea.
Is that like
and-
chai tea? Like, is that like chai tea?
I don't know.
'Cause chai tea is kind of like coffee tea.
No, it's got like a. It usually doesn't have like a. It's usually like Irish breakfast tea or like just breakfast tea. It doesn't have a strong taste, and like my mom and me and my family have always done it like make the tea, pour it out, put the bag in there, and then put some milk and sugar in there, and then it has like a sweet flavor with enough sugar, but it's hard to describe the flavor. It's not a strong flavor like coffee.
Makes sense. Okay, well that's interesting. I might have to check that out. Breakfast tea. I love IMS cry for my W. Amazing. Cry for me. Cry for me.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was like my MW. Modern Warfare. I didn't know IMS did Modern Warfare. That's crazy. No, I got you. Are you a soda pop person or a sparkling water person?
Neither.
Yeah,
I mean, I
don't
like soda more than sparkling water, but
Same,
I try
same.
not to drink soda because I know how it's just really bad for you.
Yeah, I don't like I've seen people use soda to like literally clean like engines on a car. I don't want to.
I used to be like a very large person and overweight, and one of the things I cut out first was soda, and I started immediately losing so much weight. It was insane how much weight I lost just from cutting out soda.
Congratulations, though. That's actually a really good thing. Really good feature.
Yeah.
This guy didn't watch Spider-Man. It's called chai, not chai tea. I don't even know what you're trying to say. Chai? Chai.
Into the I think it's the second movie or the first, like Into the Spider-Verse. There's that one. Is he a Spider-Man? I can't remember if he was a Spider-Man. It's been a while. But there's a meme out there. Like if you look up Spider-Man chai tea meme, you'll find like him basically saying like, did you just say chai tea? Chai means tea. You're basically saying tea.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what he says in the movie, and that's like a pretty big meme that goes around.
Is it the same thing with like DM me? It's just saying DM me twice, like addressing message. No, DM. Oh, something else. What was it? It's
I
like
care, but it is basically
like
that.
Yeah, something like that. Okay, I did not know that.
Yeah, it's in the movie. I barely remember it. I've just seen the meme go around enough to remember it.
Well, if you need to clean out your engine, Coca-Cola. Always avoid Coca-Cola. That's just the acid main taste.
My partner really likes Coca-Cola.
Go for it. I know. I just can't have sugar like too much. Like again, I already mentioned that my family has a history of diabetes,
Yeah.
so I can't really
I've never really liked Coke or Pepsi. Like the main sodas I like are like strawberry soda or like cream soda.
Which makes
The
sense.
sweeter ones.
Yeah, Royal saying rest in like or like rip in peace. That's technically like the same thing you just said. Yeah. Okay, I like it. I think we do have oh, no, did we just do a spin? Yeah, I think we just did a spin. Yeah, that was Dragon Spin with the T. So I'm sure. Next question for you is what's the behind the scenes part of Vtuber that most people don't realize?
First, yeah, don't forget to spend your channel points on spins if you want more questions to be asked.
Exactly.
But behind the scenes stuff, I've wanted to say cost, but I feel like that's something that most people actually do kind of recognize that if like you look good model that you probably spent like a lot on having a good model.
But also, like, you could mention that it's not just the model you spend a lot of money on. You spend a lot of money on mod.
Yeah, like art too. I think I don't actually know. I feel like it's pretty to the point where people are like aware of those things that go on with VTubing. You know, like if I say like the emotional toll that comes with it, it's like most streamers kind of have to deal with generally the same thing. I'd say like because like even if it's like the stuff that I have here, right, like my microphone, all that, most streamers could say the same thing. My ring light, you know, most streamers with a cam need the light. The only thing here that's like different would be like the iPhone that I have sitting right here that I'm using to track my VTuber model, and like all of the apps that go into that. Like for me, sorry, looking over there to do something. For me, I have, you know, VTube Studio, which has the actual model, and then we have VBridger, which has like the extended features to make the face tracking better. And then you have Twitch integrated throwing system, which is just to have the stuff be thrown at you so that chat can do that. And, you know, if you want those little guys walking at the bottom of the screen, that's another whole app that's stream avatars. And then you have like OBS, among other things, running, you know? Like there is just so many things actually running that people, when it's a streamer, you know, if, you know, Penguin Zero, Voice Critical, Markiplier, if any of them want to start stream, it's flip your lights on, hit start stream. That's, yeah, they have their camera, but that's it. There's not like open 17 programs to like get things ready, you know, they just start.
Yes, so many apps, so many. Yeah, but
It
as a face cam streamer, you can just turn on your lights and hit go. And that's
pretty much like, it's because it's just like the camera and then whatever you're doing behind the camera.
Exactly. That's pretty much what it is. But I still like it. Although Attack on Games, those are really good music. You're right. But yeah, no, I definitely agree on that kind of situation. So there's so much stuff going into. As a hybrid streamer like myself, I do like sometimes that I'm able to just like turn on a camera and just go. But I also, as a hybrid, I feel like you do have all these apps and they clog up so much of your CPU and stuff like that. Yeah. But it does make it a lot more fun and a lot more creative with you do all the kind of stuff you do. You know, I love that people are throwing Pokeballs at my face as I stream and do kind of stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know? So I do like it. It's a good trade.
I'd say like one of the best ways to VTube, if you have like the resources or money to do it, is to do like a dual PC setup. That's probably like the safest way to do it. It's expensive, but you know, having one PC dedicated, or at least one side of the PC dedicated to just running the VTubing model stuff, streaming stuff, OBS, and then the other PC having games.
Makes sense.
That's the best way to do it.
I agree. If you can do it.
Yeah.
The whole VTubing and all the apps and programs you can do, your system can really be a headache sometimes. Yeah. Especially when any updates for anything comes out. Yeah, that's what you're dealing with right now. It's like you're dealing with a lot of updates not going through properly, especially with all your programs.
A Microsoft update, lucky me.
Dual PC baby, it's a reason why dual PC setup works. I have two PCs and I can do a dual PC setup, but my other PC is so old and the way to get it done is kind of complicated and I don't really want to deal with it. And also, most of the games I like to stream are actually on my PS5, so I just use a capture card and I kind of do a dual PC setup, but instead of a dual PC, I do want my games mostly on my PS5 and I stream it on my computer. And that's usually what makes it so that I can still run all these big programs in my VTuber model super smoothly without it affecting my game. You know, that's usually how I do it.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing lately with my computer having issues. I have my Elgato capture card and I plug my PlayStation to that and all that stuff.
That's how I do it. Sorry I'm late. I just got home and have food. I hope you enjoy your food. Microsoft says streamer's downfall. That OBS is a streamer's downfall. Surprising. Felt that my poor i7 870. I know, right? But yeah, no, I can definitely next, oh wait, we have another spin. I think I saw Onion do a spin. Let's do a spin with Onion spin. This is the Onion spin, so if it smells a little weird, let's blame him.
Damn.
Hi Cody. I know, right? We love you, Onion. We love you. It's like always running at an 80 90. Hi Cody.
Funnily enough, Onion is my tech support mod.
I love this. Cool. So, favorite dumb joke, or do you have a dad joke?
I don't really know if I have any like dumb jokes. I mean, there's always like
this would be an Onion joke, though. I feel like this
there's always like, you know, hey baby, if you were a booger, I'd pick you first.
Good one.
Like something like that.
The very cheesy ones, very cheesy. Hey, trick chicken butt. What? So yeah, I bet Onion has some good ones. Onion, do you have some good ones? He has some good ones. My favorite one. Do you want to hear my favorite dad joke? I love it too. Dad.
Yeah.
Okay, so, did you ever heard what happened to the circus fire?
No.
It was intense.
Ah.
I love it so much. It always
Yeah,
puts a smile
I
on my
know
face.
like a lot like that, but I like off the top of my head, they're hard to remember.
It is hard to remember. It's hard to remember. I bet Onion has a good one. I agree. Well, speaking of another spin, we do have another spin. Cody wants to do a spin, so let's see what Cody has. I need to figure out why it doesn't have that sound. I wonder if it's like I'm gonna spin.
Yeah, you might just need to like re-add the sound, and then it'll just work for no reason.
It's Paul. Favorite video game franchise?
That's a good question. I don't really, because like right now I mostly play Rivals. Like, I don't know about favorite. I know Fallout's like a really good video franchise. Like that's a really good franchise. The like Skyrim, Elder Scrolls, that's also a really great franchise. I don't, maybe Final Fantasy, but I haven't played like a lot of Final Fantasy games, mostly just like 14, and I really liked that. So like I don't really have a game where it's like Resident Evil where I played the first one a long time ago and I've been playing them every time they come out. I don't really have games like that. I did that for Call of Duty when I was younger, but then, you know,
You grew up.
Call of Duty Ghosts came out.
Yep. And then you're like, you know, I'm gonna be done with it. I'm gonna be done with Call of Duty. Cool. I love it. I like that. Hey baby, did it hurt when you fell from heaven? I like this one. Hey girl, are you tired? You've been running in my mind all day. It's fun.
There's
Go.
Hey, I dropped my phone number. Can I have yours?
I dropped my phone number. I like the hey, I lost my phone. Can you give me yours? Big oofs, best oofs. The cringe. We love the cringe. All right, next question for you. What would you like to see in your content creation journey go in the future?
Successful, pretty much. Like I would like to end up with like a pretty active community. I'd love to end up as like a Twitch partner with a community that I could just rely on to show up like every stream and hang out and talk with me and all that stuff. Pretty much, I think what most people would want. It'd be nice to stay doing variety, but you know, if that literally just does not work, maybe I do try to just stick with one game. Who knows? Singing would be cool.
See, I think it'd be cool to see you do singing. I think that'd be really cool. It'd be a good what's the word? Cornerstone.
The best kind of songs I can like currently sing are like a lot of like Frank Sinatra, Seth MacFarlane type, like, you know, that kind of music.
Yeah, I could see you do that. You know, like Michael Bublé kind of songs. Okay.
Yeah, I like Michael Bublé music.
Me too.
I have like a deeper voice, but if like I'm singing, I can also have like a higher voice. But me having this voice just makes it like easier to do songs where like a deeper voice kind of works really well with that kind of, yeah.
It'd be cool to see you. I would actually love to see that. Thank you, Jane. Thank you, Games, for following. I appreciate it. Thank you. Hope you enjoyed the show. You'll become the best Call of Duty streamer in the world. Exactly. Royal, we'll totally see him as a Call of Duty streamer. I said the phone number thing to a streamer one day, and he sent it to me, and it was like, "Why did you need it?" That's weird. Why did the streamer send you a phone number? That's weird. I don't know about that one. That's weird. So don't send your phone number to people randomly in chat.
Well, probably trying to, you know, have a good time.
I guess so, but like a random person on the internet? Like,
I mean, hey, if they aren't getting it in real life, that might be a good shot.
I guess, but freaking really?
I wouldn't suggest it.
You're that easy that you just like some random person on the internet and just like, hey, can I get your number? And like, oh, this random streamer looks like this random person in my chat seems like it'd be a good catch. Let me give you my phone number.
Oh, people get very desperate.
That's weird. I don't know why. That's weird. He was dumb. Okay, makes sense. Reverse psychology, exactly. He was looking. He's not a bad person. Well, that's good. That's we don't have enough spam. Cool. Are you ready for the last question of the night? Ready for the last question of the night? At least for me. Cool. Last question of the night. One of my favorite questions to ask. I ask this question to everyone. I even asked this question to Iron Mouse herself. Surprisingly, I actually asked this question. I was at a meet and greet at a convention, and I was able to ask this question to her. So in a way, you could say that Iron Mouse was on one of my shows. In a way, it's my headcanon, my little headcanon.
Did she answer the question well?
I think so. She did a really good job. I actually like it a lot. Actually, it's on my TikTok. How she did. I did. So if you guys check out my TikTok, not trying to shout out myself a little bit, but if you guys want to see it, it's on my TikTok. It's I think I put it as Iron Mouse on my talk show or something like that. But yeah,
That's
she answered
cool.
my question. It is really cool. I'm happy about it. But now you get to answer the same question. Are you ready for it?
Yeah.
I end up promoting myself. Wow, who would ever do that? Any advice you'd like to share to inspiring VTubers or fans watching you today?
I think the biggest piece of advice would get used to streaming to no one. You know, like when people are starting out, you really have to like have the mindset and understand that sometimes there just will be no one there, and that you have to get used to, you know, you can't. I've seen people start streams, no one's there, end stream, but like you have to. People will show up, maybe show in. If you are just silently sitting there, there's no reason to stay. You know, you have to be like interacting, even if there's no one there. You have to be trying to like yap. I'm not a great yapper, so I would suggest being very good at yapping and never shutting your mouth.
You
like,
do have to be good
at
at
that.
You got to be good.
I'm not great at that, but yeah, like if you're a really good like yapper and you're like really good at just constantly talking about stuff, just do that even though there's no one there.
True. 100%. I think making conversations. I think that's what you need to do. Make conversations and just come up with like cool, like not really cool, just like throughout your day, like have a notepad with you and kind of just doodle weird things that happen to you at work. You know, just like that customer did like stupid thing. What the frick was the stupid thing they did? Then you go on streams like, you know what? I just had this weird thing that happened to me at work. Let me talk to you about it, and just talk about it. Just say the funny story on your life, and just talk about it to no one. Because if someone jumps in and they see you talk about it, they'll be like, "That is a weird thing that happened to you at work." And you're like, "I know, right?" And then you got a conversation. So you did. I did.
Yeah, trying to like, even if you see like weird articles or like weird news stories through the day, like, you know, writing it down and being like, all right, talk about how weird person was found naked after they ran through the ice cream store or something, you know?
And you're like, wait, what's going on in your stream? What about a naked person on the stream? And then you talk about it. You know, you just have their root say something. You know? Like I said, like I said before, there's usually only two kinds of content creators, those streamers. It's either the ones that are ridiculously really good, so you jump in just to see them do some crazy plays, or they're entertaining to watch. And majority of everyone's gonna be just entertaining to watch. So when they jump in, if you're not really good at the game, you really should be talking. You should be saying something so that they can like listen on what you're talking about and maybe go in on it, you know?
Yeah. I think also being able to like handle criticism is really, not even like criticism, but trolls is really important. Like if someone shows up to my stream and I'm like not doing good in the game, and they're like, if there's like two situations, someone could show up, just be a troll, like tell you you're bad at the game. You need to be able to handle that well and just be like, okay, or something, and just ignore it. Like you can't let that kind of thing bother you, because there's going to be so many people calling you bad at everything for the rest of your life if you're a content creator. And then there's a situation of it being maybe someone that's always in your chat that you know is a nice, genuine person who is saying you're performing badly right now. And you also have to kind of be in a mindset of like, there is people who will scream and ban that person, but I think it's more beneficial for someone to like be able to recognize that, like, I'm not doing great this game. I should be doing better, or like accepting that you're not doing that great.
No, 100%. You gotta watch out for those kind of things. But are people supposed to be good at games? I know, right? They're crazy. You just imagine if you were like attack on games and you're just not that great at the games. That'd be insane, right? Just can't imagine. Cannot imagine. It was me. I ran through the ice cream store. Royal, you gotta put on some clothes if you're gonna do anything that kind of stuff. You gotta come on, man. Come on.
It was probably cold.
It probably was cold. Find something to do first. Just enjoy yourself and draw people naturally. Yeah, exactly. If you're just entertaining, people will just want to check you out. 100%. That is a little gnat in my room.
Yeah.
Anyway, is promoting yourself. Wow, I know, right? How dare I? How dare I? But hey, that's all the questions I have for you. Thank you so much for answering all my questions. I appreciate it. That was a blast. Had a great time talking to you and get to know you a little bit. That was a lot of time. It was a good time. Very good time.
Yeah, it was good. I liked answering questions. I liked talking. It was fun.
It was a great time. Good. Now, Lucas, can I ask you questions? Ask all the questions. This is the best time to ask you questions. Ask all the questions you guys want. That just because all my questions were asked doesn't mean you guys can't ask some questions. Ask all the questions, including Royal, who wants to do a spin. We'll do a spin for you guys. Get that all taken care and get you on your way.
Yes,
and then
I am fine to answer more questions.
Ask all the questions. How about this question? This might be interesting for you specifically. How do you prep for stream?
For me, I am kind of OCD, so it has to kind of go a specific way, like every night. So I usually start by like getting everything open, all like 19 apps that I need to run everything. And then once that's all done, I try to, make my gamer subs because I drink that for caffeine. If I am going to do a long stream, it's good to have the caffeine. Making sure I have the drink, making sure everything's set up, the camera's set up, like everything. I just clean up my area around me, any trash that I have on my desk, everything. I just try to make everything comfortable to sit here for 10 hours.
True. 10-hour streams, jeez.
Sometimes they're short, sometimes they're long.
I think my longest stream ever was 9 hours. And that's because I had this big subathon I had to do. It was really crazy.
Oh yeah, I've done I think my longest was like 14 or 12 or something.
That's crazy. Thank you, Lucas, for everything. Oh, hey, look at B saying thank you to you. Great appearance, Lucas crushed it here. Lucas did a great job. Everyone give a round of applause for Lucas. Lucas did an amazing job.
Yes, thank you. Very good
job. Attack, you didn't ask your question though. I'm still waiting on your question.
Well, I said that I can ask you questions now.
You can ask me questions, I guess. You could ask me as many questions as you like. I don't mind being asked questions. I love being asked questions. Oh, wow. Go, Lucas, the cotton candy cuddler.
How many different hats do you have? When I used to wear like quite a bit of hats like that, like flat brim hats, and most people I knew that had them tried to have like probably like 4 to 8. Yeah, like a lot.
Let me see. Let me grab it.
I was gonna say people usually have quite a bit. It was always that way, chat. Even in high school, like any kid that had hats like that had like 37 hats that they can match one to like any outfit.
You are 100% correct, sir. I definitely have a lot.
Yep.
So these are all my hats I have. So these are all the hats I have. Oh shoot. Yeah.
Like enough to match to like anything you're wearing in the moment.
Yeah, so I have a different hat for different styles. I have like a cyberpunk one, I have a Sonic one, I have a PlayStation one, I have a Danganronpa hat. So I love the Danganronpa series. I just have to get this one cleaned. So I haven't worn this one a lot. I have this Persona hat. I have another PlayStation one. I have a Game Grumps hat. It's hard, but it has an orange with it. I have a Baka one. This thing is adorable. And I have a cat one.
Nice. Yeah, I was just curious if like I like a cat. I like the brim on the cat one.
Right? It's all like space. So again, I need to get these ones clean.
Yeah.
Too many of these. And then I have this random X one, which I found online. I don't know if it means anything. I just like it because it's very simple. It's just very generic. I don't know if it's supposed to mean some kind of band or anything like that. I just like it.
I figured if you only had like the one hat, you just kind of like wore it when you streamed. But if you had like a multitude of hats, then you actually like wear the hats all the time.
I try to be fashionable a little bit, you know, a little bit fashionable when I'm on here, you know. That's kind of what I try to do.
Yeah.
But also I like to, when I go out, like if I don't do up my hair, then I usually try that.
Yeah, because it's cold where I live, so I usually wear like a beanie sometimes if my hair is a little too crazy.
A little crazy. I just wanted to see everything in your background. Oh, well, you guys can see it right here. I'm going to show you this real quick. Oop. I can see everything in the background. Oh.
Yeah, there's a lot back there.
Because my mind was that if I'm not interesting to watch, you can at least just play I Spy with all the things behind me. You see, I thought of it all through. You guys play I Spy.
I like that little Ninetales, the Kurama right there.
Right? The little pop one? The little pop one.
I like that guy.
I love that guy too. It's really cool. Pretty cool. You guys do any I Spies right here? Monokuma? Yes, I love Monokuma. His music is playing right now as we speak. There's a Monokuma right there. Actually, is the music playing?
I like the Persona themed chat that you have that pops up on the screen too.
Right?
It's pretty cool.
Dude, I was trying to get something like this done and I couldn't figure it out, so I just paid someone to do it. It was like $5. Super cheap, and they do such an amazing job. So cool.
Yeah, getting like little chat things that I've been meaning to get one for myself.
I love it too. I love it so much. I Spy with my little freaking Super Saiyan. Oh, of course, you gotta have Vegeta. All right, back to you. Awesome. Very cool. My character colors were actually based on Sonic. Oh, nice. So cool. Sonic's cool. Like I never really played Sonic games personally. That's why I'm now really much of a Sonic fan. But I love Sonic as a character. I think he's just such a cool character that I just kind of.
Yeah, I haven't played many Sonic games myself. The recent Sonic movies with Jim Carrey were like really good though. Those were like incredibly good.
I think they did a really good job with them. They did.
Yeah, they did.
All my hats are Star Wars. Go for it. Star Wars is great. Perfect. And then we can do one more spin, then we'll end off the stream for you guys. Thank you guys so much for joining us. You guys are freaking amazing. It's great to see you guys. Thank you so much. Where can people find you, by the way, Sweet? Sweet Lucas.
Like on which platforms? I stream on Twitch, YouTube, and Twitter. Though like Twitter doesn't have a chat because there's not really any way to moderate it, unfortunately. Amazingly. But the YouTube is a short stream, so like the main stream is on Twitch, pretty much, which is on everywhere, pretty much everywhere. If you look up like the username Super Sweet Lucas, that's usually what it is everywhere. I'm trying to keep that very consistent.
That's usually the way to do it. That's the way to do it. Jim Carrey plays surprisingly good Robotnik. Sure. Oh yeah. No. Jim Carrey's freaking amazing. He's one of my favorite actors. Oh, very good. All right. To end off the last question of the night, favorite Pokemon.
My favorite Pokemon is Zeraora.
Zeraora. Okay, I can see Zeraora. I like Zeraora too. He's like the trickster fox one, right?
Kinda. He's like an electric type Lucario.
Oh, never mind. Sorry, that's the cat one, right?
He's kind of a legendary. He has like his own movie. He's actually a pretty obscure one that not a lot of people think of.
Okay. I was thinking of the Trickster Fox one. I like that one. Cool.
Yeah,
awesome.
Zeraora, he's like yellow and blue, and he walks around on two legs, kind of like Lucario. Like he has like the body of Lucario, but is like an electric type.
Makes sense. Zeraora. Royal was super surprised by that. It seems like. I like Lucario. Lucario's great.
He was, I think, because you said the little fox one, and I think he's thinking Zoroa, the little guy. The trickster is who you were talking about. But Zeraora is who, like, Zeraora.
Okay. They sound familiar. That's probably why I got confused. That makes sense.
I actually got a piece of art a while back of me and, like, an altered version of Zeraora that had like my cotton candy colors. Here it is. I can send it to you over Discord so that you can. That's a shiny Zeraora. So normally it would be like black and blue instead of white and yellow.
Oh,
but
that's
the
so
shiny
cool.
one is white and
it
yellow.
It does fit your style very well. I like that.
Yeah, I like them a lot.
One quick question I wanted to ask is that why did you pick bunny specifically as your like style? You just like bunny
I'm not really
specifically?
sure.
You just like it?
I just kind of I like bunnies. I mean, there's also I like to make a lot of like NSFW jokes, and it kind of like lines
It
up
fits with
that
your
a
bunny
bit.
kind of thing. It fits with your bunny. Okay, makes
But I also just think bunnies are really cute. I really like the big eye thing, like the really big eyes. I think that those are really cool. There's a lot of neat details.
I like that. I think it's cool. All right. Now, the last thing I like to talk about on our show is that I like to suggest a raid. We always like to raid a lovely people because we want to spread the love. And I always like to give the first raid suggestion to our guest here. Is there anyone who would like us to raid?
I am not sure who all would be live right now, but I don't typically raid like out that often, just because like I've had like a bad experience or two.
Oh.
And I have been trying to like build up more of the people that I like raid into.
Well, I'll let you get better at doing that kind of stuff if you like to do that. For me, I'm going to raid someone because I always like to support the raids. I get so many raids from so many amazing people. I like to raid as well sometimes. So let's go raid off some people. Let's see. I can raid Natir or Lucy. I can. So you guys choose. You guys either should we raid a vampire or a ghost? Vampire or ghost. If I can give you a little bit of caveat, the ghost is doing a subathon, and the vampire is doing the subathon. The ghost is doing her birthday stream.
We should raid it a ghost then.
Let's do the ghost. Let's do it. We love
for the birthday.
We love Natir. She's like a boo. She's like a boo ghost. She's doing a birthday stream right now. So let's go give her some loving. She's a freaking amazing content creator. Love her to death. She's so much fun. Thank you so much for joining. But thank you guys all so much. It's great to see you guys. Thank you so much. It's amazing to meet you all. You guys, you all seem really nice and kind. So I'd love to see you guys in the future. Definitely go check out Lucas. Lucas has some really awesome content and some really fun things going on in the future. So we gotta go check that out as well. I'm really looking forward to checking out some Michael Bublé music and maybe some rap battles. I'd love to see that. It's really cool. And if you guys would like to, you guys go and want to see a new VTuber. I do this show each and every week where we get to check out a brand new VTuber. And so if you'd like to check out someone brand new, you can also follow me. But until then, I hope you guys all have yourself a very nice day. And Lucas, can you stay in Discord for a little bit longer for me, please?
Yeah, of course. Bye,
Awesome.
chat. Thank you.
Bye, everyone. Thank you, guys. Bye-bye. Thank you. Bye. See you next time.